Every major city in the world has its own river. Just think about it. Paris has the Seine, London the Thames, New York has the Hudson, Cairo has the Nile, Shanghai Huangpu River, and Beijing, well, Beijing has the Liangmahe, the Liangmahe River. It might not be the oldest in the city, it might not be the longest in the city, it might not be the widest in this city, but it surely is the most popular river in Beijing with an interesting backstory, which we will get to in a bit. And more importantly, the Liangmahe River is my personal favorite, so let's hit it. The Liangmahe River stretches around 10 kilometers in the east of Beijing, but spoiler alert, we will not be crossing it in its entirety today because, spoiler alert, we will be boating along the river in just a bit. Whee! Or maybe it won't be a surprise because I'm thinking of putting that highlight in the headline. So, oh well, I already said it. No takesies, backsies. I am starting from the source of the Liangmahe River. This beautiful, beautiful waterfall, just a stone's throw away to that side, is Dongzhemen, which is one of the gates of the old city of Beijing. It's important to remember that because the Liangmahe has an imperial history, but it's not all glitz and glam as you might think. Gather around, kids, it's story time. So during the Ming Dynasty, when the capital was returned back to Beijing under the Emperor Yongle's reign, this area, which is just northeast of the Forbidden City where the emperor used to live, used to be a lush pasture land. And so not far from here were the imperial stables with camels and horses and what have you. And when the emperor needed a horse, the horse needed to be fit for an emperor. And so the handlers in the stables would bring down the horses to the river, they would give them a good scrub, wash the dirt off of them, cut their mane, and then they would bring them back to the banks of the river so they can dry under the sun. And that's where the name Liangmahe came from. Liang means to sun or to dry under the sun. Ma is a horse, and he is the river. And so the Liangmahe is the river where horses are sunned. However, with time, the Liang was replaced with another homophone because that's the Chinese language. So the new Liang means bright or shiny, and that's how Liangmahe, the term of the river that we know in Beijing today, came to be. But yeah, this river started as a big, giant bathtub for horses. The more you know. I think my dudes over there are flying kites. I don't know if you guys can see them. Today doesn't feel windy though, so kudos for them for bringing the kites this high. The elderly in China take kite flying to a whole new level with how big these kites are. They're like gigantic and they go really far up in the sky. Like it almost feels dangerous. Ni hao. You know the term, I see the light at the end of the tunnel? I think that's what they meant by it. I can literally see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I can also see fish at the end of the tunnel. Hello, fishy. 是你的吗？这种鱼能吃吗？真的太小，怎么能吃？好吃吗？啊？好吃吗？你每天来这里钓鱼吗？喜欢这个？喜欢这个活动？ Oh, he didn't get any. The signs clearly say no swimming, no climbing. But sooner or later, I will show you an example of how one of these two rules is not strictly followed at all. It's the no swimming one. I keep spoiling these surprises. I can't keep a secret. I tell you, I can't keep a secret. Yes, the elderly swim here. Maybe not in this part, but down. You'll see examples. Oh, that's a big one. The water is so clear, you could actually see the bottom of it. I love how this river crosses one of, if not the most populous district in Beijing, Chaoyang district, and we're pretty much surrounded by residential communities left and right, and still you feel disconnected from the city without actually leaving it. We're pretty much still in the midst of the city. There's just so much calmness, so much tranquility, so much serenity. It calms you down, it sort of slows you down, and that's the Liangmahe effect on me. I truly enjoy these brief interactions that I have with strangers. You know, just a smile from a stranger or like a simple hello. I don't know, it sort of brightens my day. I don't know why this is turning into an essay right now about Liangmahe, but honestly, this is how I feel about this place. And what do you know? More fishermen and one duck. The Liangmahe not only has an imperial past, but it sort of kind of has a dirty past. You see, the river as it is today didn't start to take shape until the 1980s, but even then, parts of this river were only drainage canals for residential communities nearby. Even as development projects were being built on both sides of the river, like hotels and malls and embassies, because right across from me to that side is one of Beijing's 3 diplomatic areas. As all of this development was happening in Chaoyang, the river was neglected. Runoff water from businesses was accumulating here. There was so much weed on the river, and the water was mosquito infested, I was reading. The only people who were really benefiting from the Liangmahe were actually the cab drivers, because they would pull up nearby and they would use the water to wash their cars. And it wasn't until the 2000s and the 2010s, all the way up to 2019, that successive renovation projects and reclamation projects happened here to build these walkways, clean the water, plant trees, to make this river, first of all, unlock its potential, but second, to make it this beloved place that it is today. And so this river might have had a rocky start, but the ending is surely a happy one. Oh, you guys, remember the no swimming sign? Well, here's the example that I was hoping for. My man right here swimming in the river. My man right here just came out of the water. I'm telling you, these men are the mainstay of the Liangmahe River. Not a single stroll is ever complete without seeing someone swimming, even though they shouldn't actually be swimming, but that's a sign of how clean the water is. I mean, people are fishing as well, which goes to say that this river has crossed a long way from its beginnings. Perhaps one of the icons of the Liangmahe River is this hotel, the Kunlun Hotel, which was named after one of the longest mountain ranges in Asia that crossed the western regions of China. This is China's first 5-star hotel by a local brand, which means it was built and managed by Chinese people way back when in 1985. 29 floors, and on the rooftop there's a restaurant that offers a panoramic view of the city 360 degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we've all been waiting for. I got my ticket, it says 1, and which of these boats will be the lucky one? I don't know, but I can't wait to know. 这个需要吗？谢谢你。Here we are on the boat, Population 1. So here I am, well seated, in my personal yacht, you know, just spending a Monday afternoon. This is the life. This is the life. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Here we are. We've just started. I think this is the worst time to say that I do not know how to swim, just in case something happens. Still Population 1. and we're hitting the waters. Oh, there's a bit of music happening. All the more reasons for me to shut up and just enjoy this cruise.我们到了吗？好的。I had my doubts at the beginning. I was like, how different would a cruise ship be compared to just walking on the banks of a river? And it's just a different feel. You're in the water. You feel like you're floating on water, which is basically what a ship does. You get to see both banks at the same time. And there's the breeze in your face, and I don't know, I love it. Yeah, I'm happy to say that I was proven wrong. 你好. I don't know, I feel like a celebrity. This has got to be one of my favorite parts. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. I mean, come on. This is unreal. That's something that you will not be able to see if you're just walking on the banks. I tell you as much. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience this was. It's so calming, so relaxing, so romantic. Luckily, I had the chef with me to share that moment, but there's just happiness in me right now. I didn't expect it would have this impact on me, but it did, and I 10 out of 10 recommend it. But the day is not over because I really want to show you the Liangmahe at nightfall. It really comes to life with not just more crowds other than fishermen, but also these beautiful light displays. This is just a sample. It's only gonna get better. Hello. 是抖音吗？不是。你好。The Liangmahe at night is a complete different vibe than Liangmahe in the morning. In the morning, in daylight, it's zen, it's let's calm our nerves, go fish some fish, spend time with the elderly. But at night it puts on a party dress and it's ready to rock. And I'm here for it. This is pretty. I wanted to say beautiful, but I've said so many beautifuls in this video, so I'm changing it up a little bit. I've really enjoyed seeing the different sections of this river, the different facets in the morning, at sunset, at nightfall, on the banks, in the water. It really is a beautiful, beautiful place. And what I love about it is that, you know, people come here for simple pleasures, for, you know, little happinesses. That's not a word, but I'm just gonna roll with it. You know, it's not an event coming here, even though it's pretty much a scenic spot, but they just come here to do very mundane things like walking their dogs or jogging or picnicking or kayaking and paddleboarding in summer because apparently that's the it thing right now, swimming. And so you see different kind of people, different sort of activities, and it's a welcoming space. It's an open space. It's a green space. This was all from me for this week. I will see you next time. 再见.